on the charger. Alright.
Bluetooth ready for connection. Bluetooth connected.
Here we go! 180. Set, ready! Set up. Here we go!
Give me some.
Banner! On go! Charcoal! Charcoal! Strong! Ready! Set! 180.
To the air on first down. He's going for it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Richardson. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 47-yard line on first and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
It's just so...
And the Black Knights look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down. Hit as he throws. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback.
Army has it back in the offense ready to go. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got his man quickly. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
Pace, 27, jump.
Wants to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He rifles one deep to the left. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Might be calling a hot route. And back to the air on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation, and you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the first sack of the game.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense...
Great place to start for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously...
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Using the quick game. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Gonna look downfield again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver.
The Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds his tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. But a little time, lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And the Black Knights need to pick it up on fourth down.
6 remain. 6 remain.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on.
Music now. Music now.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
I think the biggest issue in the passing.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Richardson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in West Point for an entertaining first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offense.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Caught. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, a great job by the QB.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Black Knight! And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Flips it out in the flat. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. 4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Looking for the score. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense.
Motion from the wideout. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to get it himself. Keeps it and gets past the chains.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Got a man. It's Richardson. The Black Knights moving quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Richardson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Black Knights have this offense rolling. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the back. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
After that last incompletion, man, do they need to connect and keep this drive alive and keep that clock running. He wants to throw it again. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this team's been very solid all across the board. And it's got to be a fun unit to coach, especially when you got cornerbacks out wide that you can just depend on. You can leave them on islands, you can vary coverages, and you see it right here. He breaks on the football, he understands where it's going, and that's such a luxury to have a guy out there that you can trust for a whole football game.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. The offense changing the play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Army! They take the lead here in overtime.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free.
Yeah, right.
If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Here we go. Hold on. Trick 9B. Fly, trumpet. Set up. Set, ready. Ready, go.
Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a team from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and the offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got him. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Going to sling it on second down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. A little release to the back. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking.
Wants to go up top on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Turning on the Jets.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Black Knights! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll line up to go for 2. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good and pushes the lead to 5. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing into a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. It's complete.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Oh, he wants it all. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy completion. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle. It's Richardson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this...
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their back.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll send the back in motion. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
6 remain. 6 remain. Press.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. There he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Number 38.
They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the guy.
He's got it, had just enough room on the sideline to get the 2. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the catch. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. He's the big fella.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards. One final play before the end of the quarter.
Set, ready.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He wants to change this route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time on target. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Swings it out to his running back. And he's still running after the move. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Black Knights have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Complete. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great work.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Black Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Army! And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The snap sets up to throw. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. It was through the air on first down. Finds his target down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here comes the offense on second down. He might want another play. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Richardson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
For a wide receiver screen to work,
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
and we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are, but when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Water. Ready, go. Ready. Set, go. Go on and get it. Cooler. Here we go. Set. Ready! What are you?
Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the home of the Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll see, the Army Black Knights taking on the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Time to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. So now it's second and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Wants to throw it. Dances away. Breaks into the open. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Black Knights.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. Really interesting. Defense really missed an opportunity to keep them backed up there. It's 1st and 10 from the 23. Got his man on the right. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And the Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Black Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Richardson. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Richardson. Brought down at the 31, it is a 1st down. And the Black Knights headed quickly to the line. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going over the top. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Houston. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this 1st drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Defense.
The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his...
After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy,
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. At midfield, he's got room.
well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide.
He tries to take the top off. And he's thrown another interception. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Man, this thing's starting to...
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
22 water.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. They just keep firing. It's on target and complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Black Knights come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this has been a day to forget.
So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. They'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Richardson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the Magic City, the football capital of the South, Birmingham, Alabama, home to the UAB Blazers, and the fans here have been eagerly anticipating this clash. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the American. As we'll see, the Army Black Knights taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the UAB Blazers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. And the Black Knights buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Black Knights can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Finds a man in the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They want to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Army. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. It's complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, Jesse, if they thought they were going to... They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the middle. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long.
221 wing. 221 wing.
He's looking to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Black Knights with the 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Motion from the back. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive.
6 remain. 6 remain. Here we go. Here we go.
They're trying to get some breathing room from deep in their own territory. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these 2 teams thus far there in Birmingham. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustained
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over.
Music note. Music note. Military stop.
Off play action on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the... He lofted high and deep down the left side. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the... Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Richardson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Looking to throw again. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This is one of the...
Wants to go up top on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. He's got the tight end. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Black Knights are in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Black Knights! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the... They're going to open this drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And the
first play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Going to sling it on second down. Makes the catch. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Richardson. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And the Black Knights really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this
It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.